New York's legendary skyline gets its fair share of attention. But what happens if you go 600 feet underground? Let's start digging. In your first scoop, you'll cut through 3 inches of asphalt. Then you'd hit 10 inches of coarse concrete. At a foot, you'll see a thin layer of absorbent soil that catches all the stuff that runs off the street. At 15 inches are all the wires: telephone, electric, cable TV, etc., all covered in casing and buried underneath or close to street curbs. At 2 feet, gas lines funnel fuel across the city. They're all kept track of by Con Ed with very detailed maps. At 4 feet deep, water mains bring in water from the Catskill and Delaware watersheds and the Croton Reservoir in upstate New York. Sharing terrain with the water mains are the first of the oddities under New York. There are a series of pneumonic mail tubes crisscrossing the city from Bowling Green to Harlem. First built in 1897, each tube could transport letters 35 miles an hour, and they shot letters into post offices and office buildings. For some reason, its inventor decided to test it by shooting a black cat in a carrier through its tubes, for reasons unknown. At its height, the pneumonic tubes covered a 27-mile route, connecting 23 post offices. It was at least semi-operational until 1953. A quick note. New York City consists of 5 boroughs, totaling around 300 square miles with varying population densities. So what's underneath them varies a lot. So in this scenario, we're going to be talking about what's underneath the island of Manhattan. 6 feet deep are the steam pipes, used to heat and cool buildings. Con Ed didn't stop covering them in asbestos until 1975. It was the most effective insulant of the day. And all that asbestos is still there on the outside of the pipes. Officials think that removing it would cause a huge release of asbestos into the air. So it's only removed if that part of the steam pipe needs to be replaced. It's not leaching into the steam, so Con Ed's in no rush. Also at 6 feet deep, at the intersection of Bowery and Canal Street, engineers stumbled across a small, boarded-up room with its walls and ceiling covered in mirrors. No explanation has ever been found. At 7 feet deep, you'll start to find the sewage pipes. They're generally installed around the vaults of subway tunnels. Both the sewage pipes and the subway vaults vary in depth around the city, but 7 feet is an average depth. The depth of subway tunnels varies around the city, from a few feet deep around the Lexington Avenue stops to 180 feet below ground at the 191st Street station. There are 840 miles of track in the whole system and 472 subway stations. That's not even including all the abandoned and forgotten subway platforms, which you can take a tour of with the MTA. At 15 feet deep, archaeologists found a shipwrecked boat in the mud under Broad Street, which used to be shallow water. It's been dated to the late 1600s and is 92 feet long and 25 feet wide. You can imagine the archaeologists' surprise when they uncovered the massive, relatively whole boat. At 20 feet deep, you can find a warren of tunnels under Chinatown. These tunnels were the site of Chinese gang wars in the late 1800s. Herbert Ashbury, a journalist and true crime writer who wrote The Gangs of New York, says that Al Capone used these tunnels to transport bootleg liquor and do other, more unsavory things. At 50 feet deep, on the Lower East Side, you'll find a few hundred feet of highway built in the 1960s. The tunnel is 6 lanes wide and was the start of the abandoned Lower East Side Express project, or Lomax. Lomax was vastly unpopular and slated to be wildly expensive, to the tune of $72 million. It would have fully destroyed a big part of Soho, which at the time was not the luxury area it is now. Bob Dylan wrote a song protesting it. Now it's boarded up and mainly forgotten. At 600 feet deep, going down to 800 feet, you'll find New York's water tunnels. These are the main conduits for clean water to the city. Coming from upstate New York, Water Tunnels 1 and 2, which were both completed by 1935, are 24 feet across. Water Tunnel number 3 is being built right now and is the largest capital construction project in New York City history. It's being built so that Water Tunnels 1 and 2 can be closed for repairs, something that has essentially never happened. Construction on Water Tunnel number 3 began in 1970 and is still going on today. Workers who call themselves sandhogs have been hundreds of feet underground digging this tunnel for the past 50 years. This is just a general outline, and all these things vary in depth depending on where they are in Manhattan. It's somewhat of a mystery as to where things actually are underground, and that's a big issue. When construction below ground occurs, city officials have to call in someone from each of the major agencies for electricity, sewage, and water to tell them where each different kind of pipe is. There's no consolidated method. It's been called a spaghetti bowl of utilities. That leaves a lot of room for error, and there's so many stories of workers sending a shovel straight through a gas line or jackhammering through a water main because they have no idea it's there. These mistakes cost the city $300 million a year. People like Alan Leidner, a Homeland Security consultant, and Wendy Dorf, a government worker, have tried to create a map of the New York City underground, with all of its pipes and oddities, but their plan hasn't come to fruition. During the 9/11 attacks, a Con Ed worker looking at the underground maps noticed there was a 20,000-gallon tank of Freon under the towers. Not only does Freon explode, it also releases a highly toxic gas called phosgene. Thankfully, the fires didn't reach the tank and it didn't explode. While Leidner and Dorf thought that this would secure Con Ed's support, Con Ed actually pulled funding, citing security concerns. In 2012, when Hurricane Sandy hit, the electrical substation at East 13th Street, containing the transformers for everything below 34th Street, was in flood zone. The aftermath? A 3-day blackout, including 2 hospitals whose backup generators failed because, you guessed it, they were in basements that were also in flood zone. So maybe don't just start digging willy-nilly on a random sidewalk. You could hit something dangerous. We should leave it to the professionals and maybe start funding that map. Did you know about all of this stuff under New York? Let us know in the comments. Make sure you like this video, click subscribe, ring the bell for post notifications. We'll see you next time.